It is Tuesday, the 4th of February, 2025. My name is Pigeon Rose, and this is my song of the day. A while ago on this show, I talked about the song Fragments by Unkindness, which, if you'll recall, is the musical project of Adam Johnston, also known as YourMovieSucks.org. And he's one of those people who is, like, surprisingly talented, and I don't mean that in, like, a shitty way. Like, oh, you look like you suck at music. No, it's just, his YouTube channel is dedicated to reviewing movies, and you expect him to know movies and all that. And then he just has this, like, incredible album of music, and you're like, holy shit, this guy's great, actually. But anyway, the song we're talking about is called Anything, and as much as I love Fragments, Anything is definitely my favorite song on the album. It got me immediately, and also the music video is one of my favorite music videos of all time. I'm serious. Watch it if you haven't. Even if it's not for listening to this song right now for this podcast, at some point, watch the music video. It's incredible. I will be talking about that. Don't you worry. It will be on the test. No, I will be talking about it after we listen to the song. But what I think is really interesting is that, his album is called 10 Years because he was working on it for 10 years. And if you go onto his YouTube channel, you can find all these videos, like really shitty recording quality, really peaked microphones and everything of him playing these songs like 10 years ago. And, he's obviously improved as a musician and a performer in those 10 years, but the songs were all there right from the start. Like, if you watch any of those videos, the lyrics, like, never changed. The structure was all there. It's wild. Anyway, let's go listen to the song now and then come back in a few minutes and talk about it. Oh, good God, I love that song. And I love the video so much. I love how it's primarily just the piano and vocals, although there are strings, there's violin in there. And also a bit of bass, a bit of drums, but it's all very much centered around the piano. And I love the little, like, you've got the main, like, kind of chords that the piano is playing, but I love how between the verses you get the kind of do-do, 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 do-do. It kind of sounds like rainfall, which makes sense because there's also sound effects of rainfall. But also, there's that sound in the bits between the verses that sounds to me like the TARDIS's chameleon circuit in Doctor Who. They're kind of... I don't know if it's a direct sampling of the chameleon circuit, but it really sounds like it. Anyway, the song seems to be about someone kind of having a crisis of identity, and I love the lyrics. I love his lyrical style. I mean, I guess I'm just going to go into it. I can only sleep once I'm too tired to think, because I'm still pretty sure that there's no absolute certainty. And the self-medication still has side effects. I just wish I could cure what's in my head. Oh, I just need anything. I just need anything. I just need anything. So I love the kind of wordplay at the start here. I can only sleep once I'm too tired to think. I think we all know that one. You stay up late thinking too much and then you finally fall asleep when you just can't think anymore. Because I'm still pretty sure that there's no absolute certainty. Very clever line. He's pretty sure that there's no absolute certainty, so he's not absolutely certain that there's no absolute certainty. Very good. And my self-medication still has side effects. I just wish I could cure what's in my head. Oh, I just need anything. So, he's talking about having these troubles, having these mental health struggles, and not being able to self-medicate properly because there's side effects. And that doesn't just mean with medication. That can mean with any number of coping mechanisms. It could be drink, it could be drugs, it could be sex, it could be anything, And the repetition of, I just need anything, really sells the kind of desperation of it, Though I have many wishes, sometimes all I want is for you to see me for what I am and not what I'm called, though I'm one to talk. And if I changed all my ways, would I still be me? It's been done once before and he's not coming back. But what'd you say to him? You said he could be anything. You said I could be anything. You said I could be anything. You said I could be anything. This verse, I know that Adam is queer, but this verse always specifically makes me think of trans people. I know it's not what the song's about, but you could kind of apply it there of like, I want you to see me for what I am, not what I'm called, and then the whole he's not coming back sort of thing, kind of sounds like a trans woman, but I know that's not what it's going for here. So though I have many wishes, sometimes all I want is for you to see me for what I am and not what I'm called. So I think that's a very relatable thing of like wanting to be seen for who you are instead of what other people might label you as, whether it's to do with your gender or your sexuality, but also just to do with anything, to do with your job, to do with your physical description, what you are, not what you're called. old. Though I'm one to talk implies that he's maybe being a bit hypocritical here. And if I changed all my ways, would I still be me? Very ship of Theseus sort of thought experiment there. Have I talked about the ship of Theseus on this podcast? God only knows. I like to talk about the ship of Theseus. The ship of Theseus is the thought experiment of the Greek hero Theseus coming home from battle with his ship damaged, so he replaces some of the wood in the ship. And then this happens so many times that eventually all of the original wood has been replaced. There is no original plank of wood. So is it the same ship, right? So he's saying if he changed all his ways, would I still be me? It's that kind of thing of at what point do I become a completely different person, you know? It's been done once before and he's not coming back. But what did you say to him? You said he could be anything. This kind of sounds like an argument between like a couple saying like, I changed for you because you said that I could do that, but now you want me to change again. And you said I could be anything. Like, but it also could be an argument between a parent and a child, you know? Like this is a child saying like, you said I could be anything, but you're not happy with what I am. I like both aspects of it there. And actually you can tie that back into the LGBT side of it if you want to. You could tie this into the idea of a gay child reprimanding their parent for saying like, you said you would love me no matter what, and then I told you I'm gay and you don't love me anymore. Wouldn't shock me if that's what the song was actually about, considering Adam's background, you know? Well, I mean, I don't know anything about his like relationship with his family. I just mean about him being queer. And then you can move anywhere, but it's the same damn moon, and you might hate the fact that I'm looking too, but if you stare hard enough, maybe I'll come back soon. But just don't look away. It's no use. I know you've seen it, and I see it too, and I've seen it too. Yeah, you know 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 I've seen it too. So, you can move anywhere, but it's the same damn moon. No matter where you are on Earth, when you look up at the moon, it's the same moon. You know, you can never get far enough away that you're not on the same planet, right? You might hate the fact that I'm looking too. I don't know if that necessarily means like you hate that I'm alive, but more that like you hate that I'm thinking of you the same way that you're thinking of me. But if you stare hard enough, maybe I'll come back soon. But just don't look away. It's no use. I know you've seen it and I've seen it too. And so it ends on this kind of ambiguous note of longing, maybe? It's like this kind of these two people wanting to reconnect and just staring at the moon. There's a lot going on in this song, and you can interpret it in so many different ways. I just love how it sounds so much. I love the strings. It's so good. I want to talk about the music video because it's incredible. The music video, if you didn't watch it, for shame, is a bunch of shots around Canada, really. Adam is Canadian. Does it say it in the description? I know he said it somewhere. It doesn't say it. I know there's bits in like Edmonton, I think, and Toronto. And it took him like several years to film and edit, which is understandable because the way it works is it's a bunch of locked off shots of different places around these different cities. And when the piano, the do, like the kind of chords and stuff come in, the video changes to that scene at a different time of year, only in the shape of those piano keys. It's hard to describe, I guess. You're better off watching it, but it's so good because you get like the stark contrast between a really foggy day and a really clear day, or like a day when it's snowing and a day when it's raining and a day when it's sunny, or like you get a train track with a train on it and a train track with no train on it. You get a set of stairs in winter and in summer with someone walking up and someone walking down at the different times of year, you know. There's a great sequence where you see a Cessna fly through all the different piano keynotes as they appear. It's just so good. I love it so much. It does so much with such a simple idea. It's just perfectly executed, and I love it. And it also does a loop. It ends up where it started, which I enjoy as well. Yeah, I can't say much about that music video other than it's just so fucking good. Go and watch it. Anyway, I guess that's all I have to say about this song. Thank you so much for listening. Please hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell other people about this show. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Break it down.
It is Tuesday, the 4th of... I took a huge fucking breath there for no reason. By An Unkindness, which